Person that is well-read and familiar with history, right? Do you see a difference between chattel slavery and the modern-day prison system?
It's what they've morphed it into. So they've taken something and said, hey, we are going to emancipate slavery. We're going to emancipate the slaves, we're going to cancel slavery, and we're only going to hold it if you get punished for a crime. And so now what we see is, as we do the history and go back into time, we find out that what they did was they created things like the vagrancy laws. They created things like redlining. They created things like the projects. They manufactured poverty. If you think about it, it costs upwards of $200,000 to house a young person in prison. They want us to occupy prison cells as opposed to occupy college dorm rooms, where it costs far less for them to educate us. It costs far less for them to put into the community the life that we need in order to thrive. And so now it's on us to be able to have grand imaginations in order to be able to see past the concrete jungles that we've lived in and make something out of nothing. We should have a strategy that I believe is twofold. One of the strategies is that we have to be, if we understand that you have to sometimes go into the system to change the system is built exactly how it was designed. It's not broken. It's actually working exactly as it was supposed to be working. And so what we have to understand is that we can't go into a system that is built the way it's supposed to be built and that's not broken, and not go in there if we want to be change agents without thinking that we have to be the spook who sat by the door. We have to be in that mindset, because we can't get jaded and just say, you know what, hey, whatever. We can't say, oh, it's a paycheck, I'm gonna become. No, you have to be the spook who sat by the door so that you can tell how you can teach your people how do you go free. It's not enough right now for us to know our rights. Because when we say we know our rights, we still get shot. We still get shot. We still, when they say, hey, freeze or I'll shoot, they still shoot you if you don't. If you freeze, they'll shoot you. If you don't freeze, they shoot you. It's like you damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know, one of the things I tell young people all the time too is that we have to be extremely mindful of how we use our words. In the most heated battles, the person whose emotions get out of whack is the one who has lost control and who the enemy has the most control over. And so in situations like you hear people say, I know my rights. Well, the first part of the Miranda, which we teach all the time, is that you have the right to remain silent. Because if you don't remain silent, part 2 automatically kicks in. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. We're trying to pass legislation in New York so that no longer should a young person, or anybody for that matter, have to ask for an attorney. They should be given somebody that can give them legal counsel so that they can fight the fight in a good way.
It's kind of being lost to the younger generation, or do you feel that they're trying to embrace spirituality?
Oh no, not at all. The more they can separate people from spirituality, the better off society is, the worse off we are. And that's one of the fundamental things I've always taught. The true fight isn't about black and white folks. It's not a racial fight. The true fight is about fighting spiritual wickedness in high and low places. That's where the real battle is at. And so if they can get you not to be spiritual, if they can get you to be disconnected from the source, they got you.
Thank you so much for watching I Never Knew TV.
Please subscribe, comment, like, share.